Today on Judge Way Way, real people, real drama, and absolutely no patience for nonsense.
Court is now in session. Let's have a look at today's case. The People versus TikTok siblings, the Pauls. And no, I'm not talking about these Paul siblings. I'm talking about these Paul siblings. We're hearing some serious charges today. Emotional manipulation, influencer fraud, giveaway gimmickry, abusive relationships, neglect of pets and foster children, body shaming, con artistry, and worst of all, being broke in a mansion. Oh my goodness. Your Honor, the defendants are accused of everything you've mentioned and more. They were accused of negative aura, no charisma, weird, creepy pimp vibes, exploiting parasocial relationships, and weaponizing cash giveaways. However, the audience finally woke up from the parasocial coma. Thank you, lawyer Ms. Weiwei. Big Order in the algorithm. This court doesn't issue sentences. We issue unfollows.
Oh my God.
Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. It's been a while. I do not have too many regrets in life, but one of my regrets is not talking about the Anna Paul situation earlier. But I think it's time to talk about this. I really want to talk about this. I've looked into Anna Paul's stories before when it first came out like a few months ago, and it was pretty disgusting. It was pretty horrifying, but I don't recommend anyone sending this family hate, obviously, but I think this family should be canceled. I believe that people can change and become better people,
But
this family doesn't seem to have made any adjustments. They seem to have gotten worse. I just can't sit back and watch. Like this story needs to be told by as many people as possible. It should probably be on the news as well. This family is shocking. So I won't drag on for any longer. Enjoy the tea. Enjoy today's story. You guys are not going to believe that there are people out there like this that actually exist.
but they do.
So yeah, in case if you didn't know who Anna Paul or this Paul family is, I'll give you a short and brief introduction of what's been happening with the drama. Anna Paul is one of Australia's biggest influencers. She gained popularity on TikTok and Instagram for her vlogs, body positivity messages, luxury lifestyles, and relatability. She's also a successful OnlyFans creator and often brands herself as wholesome, down to earth, and family focused.
And if you could be another content creator for 24 hours, who would it be?
Someone who's super rich. Super rich.
Oh.
Get on a jet, I'd get on a yacht, I'd get on a helicopter.
Don't you do that though?
She became famous not just for her content, but for bringing her whole family into her online life, including her mother and the most controversial of all, her brother, Atis Paul. So basically this whole drama started from 2024 to early 2025, right? Michaela Testa came out. Michaela was Anna's ex-best friend and Anna Paul's brother, Atis Paul's ex-girlfriend. She came out with allegations claiming emotional abuse from Atis, physical and financial abuse during their relationship. She said he stole money from her, including crypto funds, and she described the relationship as manipulative and damaging.
I have never spoken truth to the internet because it isn't pretty. Everything I say going forward is the truth and will hold up in a court of law. Atis Paul has physically abused me multiple times when I tried to leave him. He would hurt himself and threaten his life to scare me into not leaving after he would hurt me. He would take large percentages such as 50% of my income to manage me, but in reality there was no managing, and I personally think it was financial abuse. After we broke up, he took jewelry from my room, hacked into my bets accounts, withdrew money, and then deleted the accounts thinking I wouldn't notice. When I caught him, he sent it back and played a fool. Then crypto went missing from my accounts, which he set up for me. I accused him but had no proof as crypto is anonymous, so I legally had to backtrack while also being manipulated by him and Anna over the phone. I have sent him just about $1 million for numerous work or investments he's done for me and never saw anything from it. He is a cold-blooded scammer. He has not only scammed me but the public, and this started in him from a young age.
And alleged Anna Paul enabled it by defending her brother and downplaying Michaela's traumas. Okay, so this episode, I want to bring more awareness on the abuse of Anna Paul's brother and a sister that seems like she's enabling toxic behavior rather than coming out to stand up for other women. Because Anna Paul loves to call herself a girl's girl. It's funny with these girls. When the time actually comes, I don't see any of these girls. Like, where's your passion and your advocacy and your activist mindset now for women? Like, where are you?
And if you could be another content creator for 24 hours, who would it be?
Someone who's super rich.
Even though Anna Paul has nothing to do with what her brother did, if I put myself in the same situation, I will protect my brother, but I will also call him out and educate him on what he has done wrong. It doesn't matter if it's family, wrong is wrong. It's not Anna Paul's fault, and I mean, she's not obligated to do it, but you know, it's time to be a girl's girl. It's time to
practice what you preach.
Like, Anna Paul has been involved in a lot of controversy. She was relatable in the sense that she told people that she started from humble backgrounds. Fast forward years later, she's not from humble backgrounds. She actually lied about a lot of things. Apparently, according to Michaela, she copied the story completely from her best friend. Like, she's taken inspiration, she's taken, I guess, ideas and even other people's life experiences and personalities, apparently, allegedly, into her own.
She was copying me though. Like, I would dissolve my lips. I'd post a TikTok about it. She'd go and dissolve hers the next week. And then people would comment on my video because they saw her video before mine, but they're not even caring to look at the dates. I would dye my hair brown. Anna would dye her brown. Oh, you're copying Anna. Like, I would go blonde, and then Anna went blonde, and then I would go back to black, and then Anna would go back to black. I'm not trying to say that she was intentional, but it almost seems like it, like, for real. Like, it was like every single thing.
She's been described by a lot of people who's known her that she's incredibly deceptive, cunning, manipulative, not a nice girl, not a girl's girl, not a modest girl behind closed doors. She's everything that she isn't.
Don't save this voice message, but we should make fake accounts. After this is all done, we should make fake TikTok accounts and just comment on her appearance on her TikToks. All the mean shit, all the things that she would be insecure about, we should just go into detail and comment that hate so that she knows that she is really that ugly. Like, those the type of comments that make you stay awake at night, those types of comments where you're like, are my arms really fat? Is my nose really that ugly? Like, we should really go in, really specific.
She's been called out for that, and she's also been called out, as many of you know, she had an OnlyFans. She had a huge following on TikTok and Instagram, and then she decided that she wanted to do OnlyFans, and her mother happily and willingly supported her, which is really freaking weird. I don't see how, if you're branding yourself as a wholesome family, that your mother would support you doing OnlyFans. I don't know why no one's ever questioned that. Like, oh, she's so wholesome. I don't know, that maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm a little too old-fashioned in the way I'm thinking, but it's like complete opposite of wholesome family content. It seems like supportive, business-orientated family mindset and content, like the Kardashians. Like, they're not wholesome, they're very supportive, maybe likable to some, very good at grooming their audiences and making them feel a sense of love, but I don't know why some of the fans were completely and utterly blinded by the fact that no, it's a wholesome act to doing something not wholesome at all. I mean, she's probably good at what she does. That's why people fell for it. But anyway, huge red flags that a lot of people have missed, I believe. But anyway, long story short, she got people from her already established accounts and she lured them in to her OnlyFans. Her fans are predominantly young. Yeah, it's just a whole nother messed up situation. There's also situations of Anna Paul abandoning her animals.
Anna would constantly buy new birds, and I mean a new bird almost every 6 months or so. She even had 5 birds at one point. This woman does not care for her birds. Unless they're in a TikTok video, they sit in a cage. I witnessed this for many years. These birds would sit in a cage with a window shut, would never come out of the cages, only for content or maybe 1 or 2 a month. And when she bought those hairless cats, I would hear her say, I can't wait
for these birds to die, because it is hard having cats and birds at the same time. It is very hard to have birds and cats at the same time. But these birds would rot in the cage with sheets or sometimes no sheets on them by themselves, and she would just pay her mum to go in there and change the water and birdseed.
And that I clipped their wings and that I abused them and all these things. So that is obviously not the case. You can prove right here in photos, they've never had clip wings. They've never had clip wings.
And then there are allegations, and this is probably one of the worst ones in my opinion. This is where it gets dark. I'll highlight the ones that I think is really effed up, okay? This family just keeps dishing up effed up things. Like, this is one of the worst influencer families I've ever heard of. Like, no morals to a whole different level, shady to a whole different level. So I've mentioned some of the allegations that were pretty bad, but these ones from now on are gonna get
worse.
So Sarah Paul is Anna's estranged half sister. So apparently Anna's dad has a lot of children, right, from different mothers, like different families. So Anna Paul's half sister came out publicly.
One thing I truly wanted to come on here and say is that I 100% stand with Michaela, and I 100% stand with Kat Clark in light of everything they have spoken about. And collectively, I believe we all stand against domestic violence.
Not only did their own bloodline take the other side, the plot thickened when online speculators dug deeper within this family and their dirty secrets.
Another person makes an even more egregious claim when it comes to how the Paul family got their money. This person claims that instead of the Paul family coming from a very poor background, that they in fact had a long-standing scam, taking advantage of poor, indigenous, and disabled foster children. Her family made great money by having indigenous and disabled foster kids. Foster kid payments is tax-free and around $80K a year each, and they did it during the time a loophole with Centrelink allowed you to claim an extra $150 for CARES allowance and parenting payments. Her parents were never married as well, so claimed the single parenting payments. Their rent on the canal was $800 to $1,100 a week when they were quote-unquote poor. Her dad would claim a pension from Germany as well. They've been scammers since they arrived in Australia. Another person did challenge the statement that the Pauls could have potentially made $80,000 off of this foster system. And here's what a job posting for foster care says itself about the income you can make. Specialized foster carers, Inner West Eastern Sydney by Ozchild. What's in it for you? This is a great opportunity to make a difference in a young person's life. You'll be paid a monthly tax-free allowance of $6,667, and you might also be eligible for family tax benefit A and B. That's more than $70,000 a year.
I'm going to be talking about how the Paul family exploited Aboriginal kids for financial gain. So they used to foster kids for an income, and Atis said this to me, that it was for money. I mean that they used to have a foster kid. The family got in trouble because Anna would post and kind of bully this foster kid online. It got reported and Vilden wasn't allowed to have this foster kid anymore. They then got 2 Aboriginal foster kids, and Atis would say things like, when I wake up, I don't want to see their faces in the morning. They knew that these foster kids came from a vulnerable place. They need love and support, and they need people to guide them, not people who are simply trying to make an income off them. I remember one time I just wanted to make pancakes for myself and Atis, and I thought I'll make some for the kids too. And Atis was like, don't make it for them.
There are actually people that want to be included in foster care and do it the professional way and the right way. And it's really sad that these parents are so self-serving and they're teaching their children to be so self-serving, but it's not an excuse anymore because Atis and Anna aren't 12. They're full legal adults and they are repeating that toxic, deceptive pattern that their parents have passed on to them. No one in their family are victims. Like, I think they're just as bad as each other. Your parents can be the worst people in the world, but you can break the pattern. You can break the generational curse or whatever you'd like to call it. You can be the white sheep, black sheep, however you want to call it, in the family, to step out and be someone different. So it's not an excuse anymore when the kids are adults. They're repeating bad behavior learned and taught to them from their parents. Your life is up to you. Anna Paul and Atis Paul just strike me as really crappy people, crappy influences. Another big regret of mine is that I made Anna Paul's pasta. She had this like viral pasta recipe. Everyone was talking about it. I didn't know who she was in the time that I made the freaking pasta, and I regret eating that. I regret that her energy probably seeped through the camera into my food and contaminated me spiritually. No, I'm joking. I'm completely joking. I think I'm protected 100% by the Lord. I'm not afraid of her creepo energy. But yeah, I do regret making that pasta. Rest assured, I will never make that pasta recipe ever again. I think I just salivated. Court records reveal that Atis, legal name
Johannes
Theodore Paul, pleaded guilty in 2023 to 3 counts of carnal knowledge of a child aged 12 to 16, which took place when he himself was 16 to 17 years old. And this was back in 2017 to 2018. He was sentenced in 2023 as an adult. He received no convicted records, but was issued a 12-month good behavior bond in order to pay financial compensation to the victim. This became public in 2025, and many fans were shocked, especially because Anna continued publicly supporting him. Yeah, basically, this would have all died down more harmoniously if she just came out to be like, my brother effed up. What my brother did wasn't cool. Like, you know, I love him and support him, whatever, but what he did was not cool, and I stand with these victims, I hope. Blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? Just say the right thing. People like this don't say the right thing because they don't know that that's being right. Toxic people think that this type of behavior is seen as weak or admitting to their flaws or showing vulnerability online. It's going to make them look stupid or weak, when in reality, it makes you look strong and intelligent and a good person, because a good person is capable of doing that. Alice Patterson, who was just 12 at the time, she spoke publicly of emotional grooming starting at the age of 12. Isolation from peers, coercions into sexual relationships, and subsequent legal threats when she tried to speak out. This man is freaking brain dead. Atis was already 16 to 17, exploiting a 12-year-old. He showed predatory behaviors at such a young age, and he's now an adult, and his sister is enabling and not calling him out once at all. It's family members like this that enables crappy behaviors. You wonder why. You wonder why he turned out like this. Anna Paul and her brother support each other's toxic behaviors, don't call each other out. The mother supports Anna Paul doing OnlyFans. This is a really gross family that don't call out each other for anything. It's just like blind support, like blindly supporting each other. Like if my son someone, I will cover it up for him, like that type of family. It's not wholesome. You're not a supportive family. You're a criminal family. You guys sound like a criminal family, but not like a cool criminal family. Like
gross.
Like get canceled type of criminal family. Michaela Testa's testimony was kind of similar, but it was more of physical and emotional abuse. Michaela describes being threatened with self-harm, with Atis allegedly wielding a knife and smearing his own blood to manipulate her emotionally. She says he physically assaulted her in public, slamming her into doors and furniture, sometimes in front of Anna and others who did not intervene. So Michaela wanted to do OnlyFans, or like Michaela had OnlyFans, right? And Atis wanted to be her pimp. So like Atis wanted to be the manager of it. And then apparently he was taking a cut, and that cut would rise little by little weekly to eventually taking 50% or more of his girlfriend's OnlyFans content. It's like textbook control narcissistic partner, like abusive narcissistic controlling partner. It's isolation, emotional and physical and financial abuse. Who else knows what's going on that's happened between them that has been unsaid? This type of disgusting toxic behavior. He played on Michaela's insecurities. He played on her trauma. He seems like he picks his victims. I don't know how many people is going to see this, but the reason I'm making this video is so, I mean, this story gets out to as many people as possible. Families like this, men like this, sisters like this, mothers like this, like families like this just shouldn't be famous. They shouldn't hold power. They shouldn't hold any sort of influence, right? Yeah, they made your money. Like now off you go. Do something else with your life. Like learn. Freaking, I don't know, like buy some self-help books. Who knows what else that they would do to abuse that power, to manipulate people further, to add more pollution into society and the economy. They shouldn't have a platform. They shouldn't have influence. It's people like this that needs to be cancelled harder and stronger. I don't have empathy for these people. If you messed up once, okay, forgivable. Twice, you can still make a comeback. Third time, just get off social media. Fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, a decade later, get cancelled. There is no empathy for me after the third time. You're continuously choosing to be a person. And some of you may say or think like, hey, Miss Weiwei, like, why is it that they are thriving? They're rich and famous. That's if you think being rich and famous is a good thing, right? I think being rich and famous is a great thing if you did it right. If you had genuine talent or passion for something and you did it right by people, by yourself, by God. You did it by being a good person, right? That's fun. That's rewarding. But when you did it by being cunning, deceptive, evil, again and again and again, do you really think that these people are enjoying that? Do you really think that these people have a clear conscience and the wisdom to enjoy what they have? Do you think that they're living in peace and fulfillment, like true happiness? Or do you think that they are mentally in hell? Because people that do bad things, that accumulated whatever they have through doing bad deeds, I can guarantee you they are not living a happy, fulfilled life. They are mentally tormented by themselves and by their own actions and suffering their consequences in their own times, like probably now in real time, every single second, because they're human. They can't just be robots and be like, oh, are you enjoying my life? No, I'm rich. No, they are going to constantly suffer emotionally and spiritually, and that's their consequence. When there's this much allegations, it's not even allegations anymore. It's like everyone knows that you're just shitty people. But yeah, I did my part. I told the story. Thank you guys so much for listening. Give it a thumbs up, comment what you think, let me know what you guys want to see in the next video, share it to your friends, and have an amazing week in the meantime.
Maybe I'll see you guys again this week. Maybe I'll see you guys next week.
But love you all, and bye.